Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the program. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the family. And my name is Rachel Aroture. Today, I'll be discussing in continuation of our series, Matters of the Mind. I got this topic from a friend who just got engaged last year, by the way. Congratulations. And she wants me to discuss on what partnership in marriage should look like. First of all, I'll go ahead and explain what I understand by partnership in marriage. Partnership in marriage, in my opinion, is a situation whereby the both couples are free to express themselves to any level without the fear of being judged. A situation whereby the both of them are striving towards a particular goal. Even in the Bible, it says that can two be joined together except they agree on a direction? It shows you that there's a direction in which the both couples are supposed to be driving at. There's a place that the both of them are going. There's a level of comfort they are trying to get to. There's a level of financial breakthrough they are trying to acquire. There's a level of commitment they are trying to get up to. There's a level of there's another realm of the relationship that they are driving at. So when these informations are in place, and I say this respectfully because I preach this a lot also when it comes to courtship, before the marriage. I believe all these are things that should have been addressed while the courtship is going on. Even if in courtship you cannot, you can't do everything in courtship. There are some things that you would also do in the marriage. But I believe when it comes to partnership, there should be a direction where the both couple can sit down together and agree on a certain decision before they can move ahead with saying the big I do. So I have a couple of things that I have listed down here, and I'll be going over them in the best way that I can explain them. So the first thing I have here is the both couples will have equal influence over major decisions in their relationship. And I say this respectfully because over time I've discovered that the cause of a lot of issues in marriages are decisions. Okay, I know decisions is can hide under different umbrellas, right? But I feel it won't be right if in a relationship only a particular person is making major decisions, the other person is feeling left out, the other person is feeling like feeling unheard of in the relationship. I don't think these are things that should be common in a relationship. So partnership in marriage, is my opinion, is a situation where the both parties have equal influence over major decisions about the marriage. I'll cite an example here. Okay, feel free to place this example in any situation that you find yourself. It's like a husband and a wife trying to say, oh, let's see how we can 10x our business this year. Let's go buy a franchise, for instance. Let's buy a McDonald's franchise, okay? Now the husband comes with the idea of, okay, let's buy a McDonald's franchise. They sit down together, list everything that they will be needing in terms of location, how much money are we supposed to put aside for this, what kind of insurance are we buying. It is only human for, let's say, for instance, the husband makes the decision to say, we are going to buy a McDonald's franchise. Of course, the both of them will agree on it and they move forward with the decision. Maybe they have like a couple of other locations that are close or far away from where they live in. Let's assume the husband let's assume the husband first of all, because of course he's the head of the home. So I believe most of the decisions will come from his side first of all. Then let's say he says, okay, we should buy this franchise in so and so location. Let's say they deliberate on it. Why do we have to buy it this way? I'm very big on reasons. Okay, would they sit down together, deliberate on it? Why are we buying this McDonald's franchise? What do we plan to achieve when we buy it? How much income are we trying to generate and all that? So let's say the man chooses the location. It is only human that if he chooses the location, which is a very big decision in my opinion, it is only human that the man can also say, okay, now we've bought this franchise. What kind of insurance or property insurance do we use to back up this? Property, right? So it won't be bad if the woman says, okay, let me go ahead and source for make an inquiry as to what insurance we should cover this property with and all those things. So a situation whereby the man is making a major decision, the woman is making a major decision, the relationship is going forward, no one is feeling left out and no one is feeling cheated. Okay, so that's one thing I will talk about when it comes to having equal influence over major decision. It could be anything. It could even be as trivial as where should our next home be located, or what should our new baby's name be? Those kind of little informations where, one party it's very easy for one party to feel left out. So I feel both of them should have equal decisions as to where to drive the relationship to, right? So the second one I have right here will be common goal. Like I said in the first one of the book of Amos 3:3, where the Bible says that can two work together except except they are going on the same direction. It's like you boarding a bus to say, or boarding a flight to say, oh, I'm going to New York. The next person boards a flight to say, oh, I'm coming down to maybe Houston, for instance. The both of you cannot be going forward and she is coming backward. There's no way you guys will go anywhere. You will discover that you guys are just dancing around the tree. So a situation whereby the both couples can sit down together and come to say, okay, this is our common goal in this relationship. What do we have to do to strengthen this relationship? How many times do we have to plan a vacation in a year? How are we? Let's say there's an issue. Who is the next line of authority that we could reach out to in our relationship? What is the goal for doing all of this? So that's another thing to look out for. Both parties have to sit down together and fight towards achieving a common goal in a relationship. The third one I have here is equal commitment in the relationship. Commitment is a big word for me because there is something I used to tell my friend those days. I always tell them that there are times where you might be dating a guy, but the guy might not be dating you. In your opinion, you might be saying that, oh, I'm dating this guy. But in the guy's opinion, he might not be dating you. So I feel the both parties should have equal commitment as to where do they want to drive their relationship to. I say this because, it is very easy. Some people have that nature where they are not very easy to say I'm sorry when they offend the next person. Let's say you discovered as a woman that you are the one always in the habit of telling your partner you are sorry whenever you err him, or whenever there's an issue, you are always the first to say you are sorry. Recently, we lost a family member, unfortunately, and there was something the husband told my mom when she went there to pay them condolence. He said one thing he will miss about his wife is the fact that even if you step on her toes, she will tell you she is sorry. So it goes further to tell you that she's very quick to apologize. I'm very big and I'm very, it's very important for me when it comes to how do we resolve issues. If one person is not very used to saying I'm sorry, how do we work together to see how we can remedy this issue? Okay, is there only one party that's supposed to be saying I'm sorry all the time? Do you get? So I feel equal commitment in a relationship is very important because it shows that I'm trying to make it work and you're trying to make it work, and that way the relationship will move faster and faster. Okay, then the fourth one I have here is transparency. A lot of relationships are missing out on this one. Transparency is key. For both parties to be in partnership, transparency is very important. When the both parties are transparent with each other, I call it open door policy. A situation whereby, let's say, my laptop is down and my husband's laptop is there and I don't even have the password to his laptop. I don't see that relationship like that, I don't see it like there's transparency in the relationship. A situation whereby you don't have access to his properties or he doesn't have access to your own properties. I don't see that to be transparent, because if you ask a couple of persons who are having issues in their relationship, you will ask them like, how come this happened and you are not aware? She will tell you that she's just not aware because she doesn't pry into his privacy. That's what she will tell you. Well, in my opinion, I don't call that like you're prying into his privacy. You guys are in a relationship, for God's sake. You guys are supposed to be operating at a transparent level. If I'm transparent and you're transparent, there will be no cause for alarm. There will be nothing to hide. We don't have any skeleton in our cupboard. I should be comfortable to say, oh, my laptop is down. Let me go use my husband's laptop to do my assignment or to log in for work today. You get? So I feel being transparent is very important because it decides the pace of the relationship. A situation whereby the man is doing what he likes and the woman is doing what she likes. My mom will always say is, if two elephants are fighting, who do you think will suffer? It's the ground. And let's say they already have kids while these things are going on. It's the children that will suffer for it. So it's always best. And that's one thing I feel I was privileged to have with my parents. My both parents were transparent with each other. Whenever it was time to have any discussions, the children were always involved. They never took any decision majorly without informing us, the children. In your situation, maybe children are not present yet, but I believe the both parties at every point in time should be honest to each other, because I can't emphasize the fact that honesty is still the best policy, but the both parties should be as honest and as transparent to each other. The both of you have come together to become one. So if the both of you are one, there should be no doing anything. A can be doing his own differently and B is doing her own differently, right? So that's a big word for me, being transparent. Okay, then the last one I have on my list here is equal responsibility. Both parties have to be responsible in the relationship, right? Only one person cannot be striving to make the relationship work all the time. It will get to a point where that person that has been striving to make it work will get tired, okay? Life will always happen. Let's say the man is the one struggling to do this, he's the one struggling to do that. You as a woman, you're not imputing anything. You're not trying to make the relationship better. You're not adding any spice to it. You're just not responsible for anything. The other party who has been striving from the word go, someday over time will get tired of striving, and when he gets tired of striving, to look as if he has changed. He didn't change, he only got tired. Or she didn't change, she only got tired. So I feel the both parties have to have equal responsibility as to how do we make this relationship work. What is my responsibility to you? What is your responsibility to me? What is your responsibility to this family? What do we have to do to make it work? What do we have to do to remedy any situation that comes on along the way? So I feel like all those things are things that should be addressed, and I hope I've been able to touch a couple of areas, but feel free to drop any other thing you feel that I omitted or that I skipped in the comment section, so that way any other person who is looking to get married can go over it and read it and have a glimpse of what we are trying to say. Thank you so much for taking our time today to listen to this message, and I'll catch you in my next series. Do have a great day ahead. Bye.